Hi, I am Jared with Galcon Syntech, and I got the honor and privilege to go out to Colorado and work with the Bureau of Land Management with Christy Wallner and check out her mastication projects on the mountains out there in the Colorado River Valley. So what we see here is treated versus untreated. So we see the sage down here in the front that is untreated, and we see the juniper and pinion way back in the back that is untreated as well. And then you can see the green to the top right-hand corner that is actually been masticated, treated, and mowed down. This is inside of the cedars and junipers, where you can see how woody the property is, as well as how much erosion we've had on the topsoil. You can see a lot of gravel, not much topsoil. So how do we convert from the untreated, the junipers, pinions, and very woody sage, to the treated? Well, that piece of equipment is called a Hydra axe. So this is the Hydra axe here, and you can see that it has this mowing deck on the front of it that looks like a lawnmower on steroids. It's very, very thick metal, very, very heavy, and it does a lot of heavy duty work. And so as they go across this land, the land we're looking at here has actually been masticated a couple of years ago, and you can see a decent level of organic matter down on the soil surface. You can see this is as green as this country gets. So we have our soil moisture probes that are very detailed, very scientific. And so we spent a few days out drilling holes in the soil and checking out how to install the moisture probes and monitor the progress of the project. So like I said, this was masticated 2 to 3 years ago, and so we're drilling into these projects. What we've noticed as we're drilling is that the soil underneath the treated ground, the stuff that had been mowed off, was significantly wetter. You can see that in the soil properties here. They cling together better. Now we're adding a little bit of moisture as we drill these holes for sure, just to lubricate that bit. But when we go over to the untreated portion, we actually ended up having to pour water down these boreholes, and you can see in this little video where I actually touched the soil particles, and it is just dry even after pouring 10 to 12 ounces of water down this hole that's about an inch and a half in diameter. And so we can already see a significant amount of better soil health as we're drilling these holes. But what really got interesting is when we got the feedback from the old probes that had been installed for over a year. And here we look at the old probe data. So what we see here is the probe data from Iramax Live, and the top two panels are what we call a stacked graph. So the y-axis or the side axis is not common. Each sensor represents its own graph on the top two. Now that's it's a bit deeper, but the bottom two are easier to read. And what we find out very quickly, these two are sum graphs. So we add all the sensors up and the sphere of influence on each sensor, add those all together. And what we find here is that the treated ground holds almost 2.5 inches more moisture on April 1st. In that time frame, we're seeing a significant amount more moisture, which is in the snow melt time of year, which is where we want to catch and hold that moisture. Then as we go across the year and we see the rain events go, and we popped another ruler in here, and we consistently see a higher volume of soil moisture. Each inch is over 28,000 gallons of water per acre held into the soil. So extrapolate that out by 200 acres or maybe even 1,000 acres for 2 inches of moisture. That is a lot of soil moisture, and it contributes to the microbe growth. It contributes to the nutrient absorption by the plants. So we are making these areas more beneficial for wildlife. They're more beneficial for actual agricultural production, where every couple of years they're running cows across some of this to be able to eat down some of the grass and those type of things, whereas previously this ground was not useful, and the topsoil, whatever was being produced by the junipers and pinions, slowly degrading over time. That topsoil was just washed away in the next rain event, the next snowmelt event, and those type of things. So it's really a positive change for this area. We really appreciate your time and attention and on this project, and it's good to see that positive strides are being made. These are the soil on the untreated, where you can see the bedrock, you can see the gravel, and then we see the treated soil, where we actually see good soil coverage, health being restored, and this area being repaired over time. It does take time, it takes money, it takes effort, but there are people in this world working for fixing the environment. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm Jared with Galcon Syntech. The program is being primarily driven by Christy Wallner with the Bureau of Land Management in the Colorado River Valley. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, reach out to myself or Christy. We would love to hear from you, and if you would like to help us out, hit the like button and send this to some friends. And with that, we will catch you on the next video. Thanks so much.